We've established that the TAO economic engine is a machine built for intelligence. But for investors, the question remains, is it sustainable? And is its scarcity model strong enough to warrant a long-term investment? We dive into the most anticipated events and the most pressing risks facing the Bittensor network, the halving, token recycling, and centralization. How does Bittensor ensure its fixed supply of 21 million TAO lasts for decades, while still incentivizing miners and validators today? TAO's answer, the halving. Like Bitcoin, the rate at which new TAO tokens are released, called the emission, is cut in half periodically. This is programmed scarcity. Why unique? TAO's halving does not happen every 4 years based on time. It is triggered by the total number of tokens issued. The first halving, slated for December 2025, will slash the daily emission from 7,200 to just 3,600 TAO. Example, think of it like a gold mine. Today, the mine produces 7,200 gold bars a day. After the halving, the same mine, with the same effort, only produces 3,600. The supply pressure instantly drops, betting on demand staying high. Challenge. If new tokens are always being released, emitted, how do we ensure the total supply doesn't run out too quickly, pushing the halving date forward every time a network fee is paid? TAO's answer, the recycling mechanism. Any TAO paid for fees, primarily for registering a new subnet, is not burned or destroyed. Instead, it is recycled back into the unissued supply. Why unique? This recycling effectively postpones the next halving date. By putting tokens back into the available pool, it extends the runway of the economic engine and makes the supply model more sustainable. Example, imagine the whole 21 million supply is a tank of gas. Every transaction fee is usually gas wasted, but in TAO, that wasted gas is filtered and put back into the tank, making the car run for much longer than expected. As the skeptical, research-driven investor, we must confront the two biggest existential risks: centralization and economic misalignment. Risk A, Validator Centralization. Challenge, validators are powerful. They audit the network and allocate rewards. With institutional players staking millions of TAO, how do we prevent a few powerful validators from gaining too much control and colluding? TAO's answer, clipping and alignment. The system actively punishes dishonest behavior. If a validator tries to over-reward a bad miner or themselves, the system clips their reward, aligning their financial interest with honesty. Why this is unique? This isn't just a political check, it's a financial check. Stackers, who provide the capital, are financially incentivized to immediately leave a validator that gets clipped, making decentralized punishment instant and painful. Risk B, Horizontal Misalignment. Challenge, how do you objectively compare the value of Subnet 1, creating a text generation AI, versus Subnet 5, creating a medical diagnostic AI? Their economic utility is completely different. TAO's answer, the market decides, Dynamic TAO. TAO is shifting to a system where subnets can issue their own tokens, called alpha. The market demand for a subnet's alpha token dictates how much main TAO emission that subnet receives. Why this is unique? This shifts the valuation from a consensus of validators to a consensus of the free market. The true utility of the AI product drives the TAO reward, ensuring economic value aligns with network rewards. Example, imagine a town has two competing stores, a pharmacy and a library. Instead of a council deciding which is better, the total sales of the pharmacy and the total donations of the library decide how much tax money they receive. Market action drives the reward. Bittensor is not perfect. It is a work in progress, constantly refining its code and its economics to solve these very real problems. But its mechanism is clear. It is building an incentive loop that will always reward the production of pure, decentralized intelligence. With the halving approaching in late 2025 and the solutions to centralization already deployed, the question isn't whether TAO is viable. It's whether you're prepared for the scarce future of decentralized AGI. This foundational series continues. Join us for video 7, where we dive into the TAO ecosystem deep dive, about 10 plus subnets, niches, use cases, and groundbreaking work. Then, we will conclude with video 8, comparing TAO subnets versus NVIDIA, AWS, Google Copilot such tech giants to see who is the real competition killer and at what prices the services are offered at. This concludes this part of our analysis. Thank you for learning with us. Hope you learned something new today. Not a financial advice. Do your own research. Please like, share, and subscribe to Buy Stake Chill. We bring you the real alpha. Cheers.